Doing great. Just try it one more time.
Going.
One more time.
Hold on, wait. I sit back.
One more time.
Stairs, sit back.
Welcome back to the Backstairs
podcast starring
Gabrielle Beaudoin,
Maren, Pinkham.
one Camden, Colby.
I guess I'm Aaron.
I'm John.
I'm Scott.
Yay!
Is that right?
Hey guys.
That's right.
how are we doing tonight?
Man, that was amazing.
That was really good.
That was
Rate the-
unbelievable.
Agreed.
So, I just want to talk really quickly, John. Do you feel comfortable telling what just happened to you?
What just happened to you, John?
Later.
Later,
You're not comfortable now, but
I'm not.
later.
Later,
He's
you
still
will
in
be.
shock.
It's
Sensitive.
It's the Pan Santa Benedetto tapes. And I'm not comfortable talking about the Pan Pellegrino.
Prematurio.
It's too premature. So.
I get it.
Okay, fair enough.
I do want to mention one thing that I'm in a show.
Aaron's in a show.
Aaron's in a show, John.
Here we go.
Exactly.
What is that?
What does that mean?
Aaron, what show are you
the
on?
Aaron show for the next.
It's going to
Oh
be
my
epic,
word.
is what it means.
It's
It's
gonna
going
be
to
so
be
good.
epic.
This is the best.
I'm saying this just because
A Star is Born Part 3.
You're skipping rehearsal for this, aren't you?
I am skipping
Yeah.
rehearsal for this.
That's right.
Whoa.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
This must
So-
not mean a lot.
so
This is a
Aaron,
big deal.
What happened? Because
Do
I don't
tell.
remember you auditioning. You didn't tell anyone about auditioning for any shows.
I don't recall that.
Right.
So what
You
happened?
didn't audition, did you?
So, the Oompa is doing
Oxford Hills Music and Performing Arts Association?
yes, that one. Is doing Clue on stage. There's two different versions of Clue. There's one a musical and one that's not a musical.
Oh, so
We're
there's
doing-
one off stage.
This
There's one on stage.
no, they're both on stage.
Is offstage like a
Okay.
rated R version of Clue, or how does that work?
Did I say off stage?
No.
No.
No, but if
you
there's
said
an
Clue
offstage,
on
there must be an
stage.
offstage.
Right.
Maybe.
Anyway.
Maybe they just do it in the audience, so that the stage is empty.
Could be.
Then so Clue the musical, Clue on stage. We're doing Clue on stage, the non-musical version of Clue.
Gotcha. Okay.
So they cast the show. And
You were not cast.
I was not. I didn't even audition.
Oh.
And
Wow.
the person playing Wadsworth had to bow out due to medical reasons.
That's too bad.
Oh, that's
That's too
awful.
bad.
I know it's terrible. Why are you guys laughing?
Oh, man. No, that's rough.
I'm gonna edit that out because that's just mean.
We weren't the ones that did it.
Oh,
What
it's
are,
terrible.
what are we saying? I did.
Anyway, we genuinely feel bad for you, sir. And we hope to see you on the Oompa stage soon. But anyway, so he had to bow out.
He had to bow out. So Aaron Luke, the director, asked me to step in,
Wow.
and I thought long and hard.
So Aaron Luke
Aaron Luke, yes.
asked you, Aaron Schofield,
yes.
to be in a show.
Which one of my things to him was like, "Are you sure that you want a second Aaron in the cast?"
That's valid.
What I'm wondering.
That-
I mean, are we talking? It's not nepotism, but it's nameism. I don't know.
Camden,
My
what do you think
question
it would
is,
be?
how was he able to, what did he draw from to know that you were qualified?
Yeah, like how did he just find you? Like he
Well-
was just like, he's the one. I
He-
need him.
He did come see Spelling Bee.
Oh.
He
and-
was
We were all there for that.
We were all there.
oh my gosh, we all were there.
We were
Every-
all
every
there.
It's
single
just
one of us.
clicking for me right now.
Yeah, this is reunion.
Lori Riamaki
Oh, okay.
suggested that I step in.
We had a great
Lori.
episode with Lori last season. That was awesome.
It was
to talk
that
to
was
her.
a great episode.
Passion.
Yeah.
It was-
Remember the red wall, Scott?
Yes, I remember. I remember that. I remember thinking she was very, I don't know, she was very decisive and she knew what she wanted out of her shows. So that really surprises me.
that she would have gone with Aaron.
No.
Oh, okay.
See who has to deal with
Anyway, Aaron, so what you were cast as, like,
the lead.
the lead.
The lead, Wadsworth.
You want to give a little bit of backstory to who Wadsworth is and what his impact is on the show?
Not really.
No? You want it to be a surprise?
No, I would suggest everybody go watch the 87.
Because it's based off the
Around
movie,
there.
right?
It is.
Well, isn't the movie also based off the board game? Or?
The movie
It
is
is.
based off a board
Okay,
game.
so then
yes.
who's Wadsworth? I thought there was like a Dr.
Wadsworth the
Ketchup
butler.
or something. Oh, Mr. Mustard.
Dr. Ketchup, the expanded edition.
Oh wow.
Mr.
There's
Wadsworth?
a peacock somewhere. Mrs.
Well, they-
Yeah. This is
Professor.
No, wait. No, nobody say anything. I want you to name all the characters real quick.
Yeah, go.
Okay, there's
There's 6 of them.
All right, and I'll lead up. There's a Mrs.
Mrs.
a Ms.
A Ms.
A Mr.
Mr.
Professor.
Professor.
Colonel.
Colonel.
Oh, that's right.
Professor Peacock.
Okay.
No.
Colonel
No. Let him.
Okay.
Whoa,
Sorry.
whoa,
Let him try.
Bro, don't be so judgmental.
Colonel Chicken.
Okay.
Colonel Chicken.
Yeah,
Um,
obviously.
Mr. Mustard.
Uh-huh.
That's Master Mustard to you.
Miss Green Bean.
Obviously.
And-
My favorite character.
Green bean.
I have a Mrs.
There's actually
Oh,
2
Mrs. Green.
Misses and 1 Miss.
Mrs. White, Mrs. Black, and Miss Ambiguous color.
Nailed
Yes.
it.
Yes, you got them all.
Beige.
Nice, man.
Miss Beige. Yep. No. So
It was Colonel Chicken in the kitchen with a famous bowl.
that murdered Mrs. Beige.
Yes, the 11 herbs and spices.
So yeah, Oprah's production of Clue on stage. It would be the first 2 weekends in April, I think, right?
No.
The second and the third.
Yeah, I think it's the 2nd and the 3rd. I think it's the 18th, right, babe? Oh, she has her
No,
headphones
she's
on.
gone.
She's gone. She's not listening.
It'll be in the show
Oh, no.
notes. It'll be in the show notes.
Yes.
When the show is. I should probably know. I have a busy life.
But
I should
you
probably
haven't-
block that
You
out.
haven't gone to a rehearsal yet, so
I have. I've been to.
yeah.
I've been to 2 rehearsals.
Right.
So, enough about me. Anything else happening in your guys' life? John, are you ready for
John?
your?
John, how's your life going?
Oh, it's the second. It's the first full weekend, full Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Okay.
Yes. Okay.
So it would be April 6th through the 16th at the Norway Grange.
That sounds
Oh,
right.
Nice.
Excellent.
Yeah, because right after that show ends, Janelle's show starts.
Yes.
How special is it that you and Janelle are both playing leads in 2 different shows?
Wow.
Well, we haven't seen each other in the last week and a half. So that's one way of looking at it.
That's special.
So thankfully, you get a podcast that you invite a bunch of people over, and you don't get to spend any time together. You know, that's pretty handy.
Yeah, I think it's nice.
Okay.
And no, Aaron, I'm not ready, but thank you for
Not yet. Okay. Well,
Still not
we'll
ready.
check in later.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. So, but we do have. They've introduced themselves. We have our wonderful. What are you guys? Gen Z or
Yes.
Yes,
Gen,
Gen
Z?
Z.
What-
Yes.
What's after Gen Z? I mean, that's the end
Millennial?
of the alphabet.
What's after?
No, I
What is
think,
after?
I think it goes.
X, Z, millennial.
X,
No, it
Y.
goes. It goes
Z.
X millennial Z.
So Y is millennial.
Yes.
So what's after Z?
I don't know.
A?
Where do we go back?
Hey,
Yeah,
I
I think
don't
it's
know.
like Generation Alpha or something.
Alpha.
Yeah, they don't exist. Humanity
They don't?
stops with us.
Yeah.
Well,
You might
We're
be
the
the
last
last.
ones.
it's,
Last of
it's
Us.
possible.
Yeah, maybe. I actually don't want to say anything. Never mind.
No, you go ahead.
I was gonna say maybe the shots are making everybody sterile. So
So anyway,
this is the last.
Oh my god.
You guys ever see that movie?
am I correct in saying that the 3 of you just had like a festival this weekend? Do all 3 of you go?
Apparently
I
not.
had,
I have no
I had my
clue what you're
instrumental
talking
festival, and then the weekend before was Camden and I's vocal.
Yes.
I
Oh,
did
okay.
not attend the festival.
She was
about. So
there
you
in
had an
spirit.
instrumental
You did-
festival.
Mhm.
No,
And a vocal
no
festival.
band.
Well, I have an actual traumatic story about this.
Okay.
Ooh.
So
Do tell.
in like 8th grade, your wife is a your wife is in this story,
Okay.
but she's like the best.
His
She was
father.
supportive. So in sixth grade, you know, like you don't have to audition for District 2. I think you get,
She nominated you.
yeah, something like that.
Yep.
And that was awesome. I had a great time. It was a great experience. So then I think it was my 7th grade year. I was like, okay, I'm feeling good. I'm going to audition. I felt really good about my audition, and I found I was 2 points off
Oof.
from making it in. And then that's when I was just like, okay, no more. And then I haven't auditioned since. And
You've
I told
never
Rachie.
auditioned since. I didn't know that.
No. And then Rachie was there and she was like, I'm so sorry, girl. She was like so supportive. But I was like, no more of this. But I support you guys. And
Thank you.
yeah, you know, but I'm sad.
I have a question. So how the points? So do like judges give you points per whatever? Is that
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, you have like a rubric that they score you off of, like based
Like a
on your
Rubik's Cube?
technique.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
exactly.
You
think-
get you get like 12 points for
you get 12
Scale.
Rubik's cubes?
Yeah, you got to line up all the colors.
Okay.
And then there's sight reading, and
Oh
you
my
have like a couple prepared pieces.
Okay.
I honestly think I like blacked out during my audition because I don't remember any of it. I think I remember like standing in a classroom and then doing a scale, and then I was like, okay. And then I like walked out, and Rachie was like, how was it? And I was like, I don't know.
It
was great. But I wasn't like actually sad about it, but like, oh man. And then I never did it again. But I think
But
that's
you
okay.
totally could have.
I totally could have, but that's the end of my story. My District 2 story.
Wow, thank
That
you for
was the
sharing.
end.
That was,
Yeah.
that was brave of you.
Thank you.
So that
I've been
was
holding that in.
so that was for the band.
Yes.
What instrument?
Saxophone, my alto.
Sax.
Yeah.
Dope.
But it's okay. It's in the past and I've grown. Yeah.
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 It's a learning.
Yeah.
It was a learning experience.
Yeah. Character development.
Yeah.
I agree.
Right.
So I just wanted to like we were all in a show together.
Yes.
We were?
Yes.
Kind of.
Believe it or not, yeah.
But
Were you there for that?
What? There was a show?
Scott,
What?
When
Why
you-
am I always the last to know about these things?
Wait a minute. I thought that was the current show that was not to be named.
yes.
Yeah,
That
you're
one.
right.
So what was your guys' experience?
Oh, Gabby.
So for the,
They're,
for,
okay,
they're looking
well,
at you
for the
to
audience,
start.
and I just want to give a little bit. If we've talked about probably all three of you at length at one point or another in the last 5 or 6 episodes, right, or 7 episodes so far. So like the audience, if they've listened, has some expectation of like what you're coming from. But would you just kind of go through and kind of introduce your character and who you played?
okay, so I played Logan, and she's this crazy, off the walls, like spastic, like child who has these really cool braids, and she has 2 dads, and she's generally the coolest person I know. And I loved playing her. It was really hard, but I loved it, and I wish I could play her again.
Logan, what was her last name?
Schwartz and Grubinier.
Say that one more time.
Schwartz and Grubinier.
Say
Yeah.
it like Logan would.
Oh, it's been a minute. It's been a minute.
Thorth and Grubinier.
There it is.
There. Nice.
And Maren, who did you play?
I played the choreographer.
Oh, wow. Is that a big
Yeah.
role?
Yeah. Kind of.
Yep.
Nah, you guys didn't see me on stage, but I helped make the stage look pretty cool. But it was my first experience choreographing for any production. That was a really inspiring. It was inspiring to me. So that was definitely a really good first experience, for sure.
You did wonderfully.
That's
It was
cool.
so good.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I was Chip Tolentino. He was last year's champion, and getting a little choked up. He was the first to get out this year.
Oh.
Well, not technically you weren't
Yes, I was.
first in the cast.
Yes, I was the first in the cast. There were
Right.
2 audience volunteers that got out,
Yeah.
and the circumstances to me getting out were completely normal and not puberty related.
It has happened to all of us.
All of us, you know.
Yeah.
Every single one.
All of us.
Every single one of us.
Every single one of us.
It
Males.
was difficult, and every night, I had a different member of my family show up, so that's
He
super
said-
fun.
He said different member.
So just to fill in the audience members, what was so awkward about this?
I was fantasizing about another one of the cast members, Marcy, when
Wait,
I
what? Marcy?
Marcy?
Marcy.
Marcy?
Park?
Hold
Wait.
on a second.
Hold-
Like carry on
hold
his
it.
character?
yeah.
Oh, we get something
No.
new going on here.
Plot
No.
twist?
No, you were.
I wasn't. Sorry. I was enamored in all of the characters.
I mean, Marcy started it, right?
Yeah,
Oh my
Marcy
God.
did start it.
Because he tries to flirt with her.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
She
And then
was my
she
first
shuts him
love.
down.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
Yeah.
And then I moved on to Marigold because it's a very quick.
No,
Of
who's
course,
Marigold?
you're
Who's
a-
Marigold?
It was different every night.
I was Marigold one time.
Yes, he
Oh,
was. Let me think. Brennan Sukforth.
Brendan Pullen.
Brennan Pullen. That's yep.
Yeah.
Same thing.
The
Different
librarian at my middle school. You know, it just it
Wait, hold on.
it really depended. Whenever I saw a
Right.
familiar face, I had to go for it.
Right.
And you,
Yes.
I think there was one night where you picked like
Oh.
this one guy in the
Yes.
like front, and
Yep.
and you had no idea that he was like
A pastor.
A
yes.
pastor.
Yes, that was
he
that was
loved
funny.
it. He loved it, and he was like, he loves that.
What fun times.
Living out fantasies.
You also almost killed somebody with a box of Whoppers, didn't you?
Oh my
Yes.
god, every night.
Yeah.
Yeah, my
I
mom.
Freaking Wonder
Oh, yeah.
Man.
I also did it to familiar faces. So it wasn't a random person. It was
So-
usually Jen.
So you
Love you,
would
Jen.
get enamored with somebody,
Yes.
and then they would call your name to spell a word.
Yep. And during that time, I would be struggling with
Blood loss to the head.
yes.
Mm.
Yes.
And rush to the other
Unfortunate.
hand.
Warmth in nether regions.
Unfortunately.
Yes, very phallic problems. And then I would get out due to that distraction.
Right.
And I would lament about it in the next act.
Yes. Did you guys ever watch any versions like on YouTube or anything where they did the PG version? Or it's
Yes.
like my unfortunate
distraction.
distraction.
Yeah.
It-
It was not funny.
It
That's
doesn't
not
have the
good.
same
No.
hit.
Effect.
Is that
No, it
spelling bee
doesn't.
junior?
Oh. Elementary. Wait, it is. Is it elementary school?
Yeah,
kids,
we're
or
like
is it
9
middle
year old.
school?
I'm
Oh,
9
okay.
years old.
Okay, then never mind.
Toddler.
Toddler edition.
So that must have been pretty awkward. Just,
Yeah.
how was your experience? Like the first night, or like was there like a night that stood out to you where you're like, I'm really singing about erection right now?
Well, I think you have to kind of play into it, or else you can't play that part. You know, like you have to revel in the fact that you're going to sing a song called "My Unfortunate Erection,"
Yeah.
and you have to sing it with conviction, or else it doesn't
No.
hit the audience the same. And
I made every effort to get your mother up on stage for that song. I thought she'd enjoy it. But, maybe I was wrong.
Thank you for failing. My
She refused every time. I don't know.
Yes, I'm glad. My favorite night was after the show and people were walking down, and then I saw my pediatrician and she waved. And
Oh my god.
I'm so unexcited to go to the doctors again. That was the only part of that night that was truly unfortunate.
Yeah,
Yes.
that was unfortunate.
Oh man.
No, that's the beauty of theater.
Yep.
It is.
I like to circle back. So, Maren, this was your first time choreographing.
Yep.
They call it choreography.
Choreographing?
Yes, thank you.
Yes. Yes,
A
it
show.
was. Yes, it was.
So, like, what was your experience? What was like some of its highlights?
So I'm usually a dancer in productions, so I've never had to choreograph before. So I always have like my dance teacher, Sasha Richardson, who's done a lot of the
Fan of the show.
yes,
Big fan of the show.
of course.
Right.
The community Broadway show that happens at the high school. She choreographs or has choreographed those for a while. And then Carrie Anna, Meryl, fan of the show.
Fan of the show.
Fan of the show, right?
Yeah.
She also choreographed Spamalot. And so I guess I didn't realize how much thought has to go into this.
Right.
And so when I was first doing this, I think it was for auditions, I was like, oh my gosh, what am I getting myself into? Because it's so much more than just dancing to music.
Mhm.
It takes a lot of
Yeah.
brain. And I was like, I don't know. It definitely clicked in once I finally understood how to figure it out. But it definitely took me a minute to realize that it's definitely a process. But it made me feel really good to know that people were really supporting me in the cast and being really kind and asking a lot of questions.
Yeah.
That really helped me a lot. And even, I don't know, I definitely would not have wanted to choreograph any other show because I felt like the cast was just so supportive of me.
Yeah.
I think that I would have never danced as good if it wasn't for Maren choreographing that show.
Did you
I was
dance?
gonna say, did you dance?
I freaking nailed it.
The way that he crawled under that table.
Yeah, I did not choreograph that. That was his own
Oh, that was all
choreography. That was Panch. That wasn't Scott. That was Panch. Yeah.
So to piggyback off Aaron's question, because I preemptively listened to another episode that we've done with the podcast, but I don't know if you're aware, you are now the second person that we've had on the show 2 times.
Oh my god.
Oh.
You've now sat
That's
behind
right.
our microphone twice,
Yes.
which if we had a jacket, you would be wearing it because
Yes, I
that's
would.
We should have like a
thin blazer,
jacket.
some type
Yeah.
of set or costume piece.
Yeah.
Or yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
if
Yeah.
we- if
This
we
is
get
my
one-
second
We'll get on
time hanging out with
It
you
is.
guys.
Maybe we
Except
should
this time
try.
is a little bit more intimate because I was on my lunch break. The
Right.
work.
That's true. Yeah.
But this time is just as good.
but we knew that you were choreographing then, I'm pretty sure.
Actually, that's the day that I agreed. I think. No, yeah, because it was the art festival and I
Yep.
was working at Cafe Nomad and I think Kristen was there. Yeah, Kristen was there and she was like, I have a proposition for you. And I was like, okay. I had no idea what she was going to say, but I knew she was directing the show or a show. I don't know if that was out yet, but I knew she was doing something. And she said, do you want to choreograph
It's
for
true. It
Spelling
wasn't
Bee?
out yet.
And I was like, what? It's like, well, yeah, of course I do. And then I think I told her that I would think about it because it is a really big responsibility. And it's not just something, again, that you just whip up. It takes a lot of brain power to do. So I got back to her and I was like, sure. And she told me it wasn't going to be a super heavy, like, it's not going to be heavy choreography. There was only like 2 songs really that had heavy choreography, I feel, versus like Spamalot that had like
The whole show.
big numbers every time. But yeah, it was a really good starting show. And yeah, I did find out that day actually, or I was offered that day, but I don't know if it was before I talked to you guys or after, but it was that day.
It's probably after.
Yeah.
Because
Probably.
you would have told us, right?
That's a really good question. Yes, I would.
Yeah. So
Yes,
it's
I would.
definitely after. It's
It
definitely
must have been after.
My question, though, is that if now Maren could talk to that Maren, was there any type of advice? Was there anything you learned from choreographing that you would have done differently?
I was really nervous about how it would look on stage. That was probably like my most nerve-wracking part. And because I really wanted everything to look good and I didn't want it to look not like correlated, if that makes sense. Like I wanted it to flow well on stage. I didn't want it to seem like it was rocky or uncomfortable for people. I think I did a good job teaching it. I think I did well giving the choreography. I think if there's one thing I could tell myself, it would be to just like calm down a little bit because people are like there for you. And like it would come around and it was all okay. I was really nervous. I was so nervous. I don't know if people knew, but I was so nervous.
So
But it came around and it was okay.
have you choreographed before? Like, have you done
No.
any dance
That was-
choreography or?
Not like that.
Okay.
I mean, you like at my dance studio, it's a lot different because this is like musical theater versus just dancing for
Right.
one of my summer shows or something.
Okay.
But usually do like little pieces of choreography for dance, but I had to choreograph like a whole show. So it was a lot different. And it was also, people are going to see this. Like, this is a big deal. Like, this is an Opa show. This is a big deal. And I took it as a really big deal. And I acted on that. So yeah, I think I would tell myself to like calm down a little bit. Like, people to trust yourself and trust the people around you.
Yeah.
It was definitely not as scary as I thought it would be. Yeah.
I was just thinking,
Nice.
do we ever get numbers of how many people came to see our show?
Well, I mean, a full house for a full run would be 800. So, I mean,
I have that
it was
number
pretty
somewhere.
close to
Why do you
that.
ask?
It was just a curious thought because I would like to.
It's around 800 people.
Is that something you can pull up? Can we play a game of, can we guess?
Not easily.
Oh, no, never mind.
Okay.
Oh, never mind.
All right, we'll do it. We'll do it a long shot view. You guys comment how many people out of maximum 800 people to minimum no people came to
We
see.
Zero.
sold more than average. We usually think 80 people per show would be average. We sold more than average. Now,
Okay.
there were nights where people weren't able to make it because of weather and stuff like that we had lower, but
Right.
we sold. So for the sake of argument, we'll say 80 per.
Okay.
So 800.
Easy.
Holy cow.
Averaged more than 80 per, I would say. 85, I bet we averaged.
Yeah. I mean, I said 800, 650.
Yeah.
Pretty cool though.
Yeah, so
Very
600
cool.
people saw plus.
Yeah, it was super important to me too, because this is like what I do. I'm a dancer and I've always been a dancer for like 10 years. And finally seeing like my art on the stage was super important to me. I think that
Yeah.
definitely lit a fire for me. And I kind of understood, like, this is why Sasha does what she does.
Yeah.
She does this and she makes everybody look so good on the stage. And I think it was like the first night, maybe the second night. And I was just like, oh, I choreographed that and they look so good. They're having a good time. And that made me feel really good because I've been in those shoes before. So I know what it's like to have choreography that's crazy town, or if it's,
Yeah.
and I wanted everyone to have like their own twist in it, because I feel the way Leaf dances is not going to be the same way that Barfay dances. So I wanted personality to go into that.
Right.
And I definitely said that. I said, if you have any pieces of your character that you want to put into the choreography, go for it. Because I think that will add a lot of individuality.
Yeah.
So it was really cool seeing like my art go into it, but also see everyone else branch out and put their own little twist into everything.
Yeah.
That was really fun to see.
Yeah, for sure.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So, Gabby,
Hi.
welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you.
No. So you, the last show that you were in, All Shook Up
Yes, I was.
before that,
Yes, I was.
before Spelling Bee.
Lorraine and Logan are my two characters.
Lorraine and Logan.
Very close. Yeah. Yeah. You see that?
Hey, but you're not just an actress. You also play in pits.
I played in the pit once, and it was my favorite thing ever. I preferred over acting, actually.
And we loved having you in the pit too. You were so good.
I was so nervous. That was my first pit ever, and I definitely faked my way through a lot of that.
In
But I'm
Spamalot?
glad you guys
Yeah,
could
you were in
tell.
Spamalot. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was your first one?
Yep, Spamalot was my first
Oh.
and my only.
I thought you'd played in a pit before that.
I thought so too. I'm sorry.
It's all right.
I'm sorry. I don't know you as well as I thought I did.
Oh, okay. It's fine. It's fine. No, that was my first, and I might play in Cinderella. I think that's probably later this year. I might be in Cinderella.
Oh,
In the
okay.
pit.
Who's doing Cinderella?
Lake Region.
Oh.
I got invited to play at Lake Region.
Oh, cool.
Oh,
Very nice.
Great, but I haven't decided yet. But
Hey, they want you. It's nice to be wanted.
right,
Yeah.
so nice.
That's cool.
It's a noticeable difference to have a bass in a pit. And I don't know. I thought it was great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
adds a
so
lot to it.
great.
So
She did so good.
Gosh. I had the best time ever. It was such a fun show. I just enjoyed watching everyone on stage, and I loved being in that little little.
It was cozy.
It was so
You guys had
cozy.
a little bond in
You had a
there.
castle.
Yes. And we all gave each other COVID, so it was great.
Yes.
That was a good time.
Awesome.
That was a good time.
Great
That's
time.
not a good time.
No.
Oh yeah, that's right. It wasn't a good time.
No.
That's right.
Yeah. You're right.
No, I feel like I'm in the same boat where I like acting,
Mhm.
but I think I would rather be behind the scenes.
Yeah, I don't know if I were to be behind the scenes, it would be in a pit. I don't know if I could do stage managing or anything like that, but the pit is probably my favorite place to be on a stage.
Yeah, I've never been in a pit. I can't read music, so
You could play the slide whistle, I bet.
Very well.
You'd make a great.
Can you play the slide
whistleist.
whistle? Do you want to have a competition?
Oh.
I should have brought my slide
The
whistle.
Are you
gauntlet
challenging
has
him?
been dropped.
Take a sample.
I should have brought my slide whistle. I regret everything.
yeah. Oh my gosh.
Scott, was that you just looking out of the corner of your eye at me just now when Aaron said he didn't like being on stage?
Yes, might have been.
Do we want to question that or?
I was wondering.
If I said I didn't like being on stage, I didn't mean that. I like being on stage, but I think I enjoy being behind the scenes more than on stage.
Well, your audience would disagree with you. They
Yeah, I
love
think
you.
so.
Mhm.
Is that you guys?
They want
No.
more. They want more of you.
And in fact, I try to be backstage when you're on stage.
Well,
I don't know.
You make the rest of us. You make the rest of us
jury's
look
out.
bad.
I don't think that's true.
Well,
I think you guys are remembering my performances wrong because they're not that great. Like, let's be honest here. Like it's, man,
Come on, Aaron. You know
Except
we're
it
just jealous.
was.
that's right.
it was.
Jealousy.
Aaron, you played like two of the most comedic characters in two different shows. Like that's
The
hard
last
to do.
two shows.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
that's a big deal.
I don't. Please don't. Is it?
Okay.
I don't want to talk about me.
No.
I don't want.
No. Please, no more.
No, I'm just saying.
No, we're going back to Gabby.
Okay.
Oh, gosh.
Gabby.
Yes, let's go back to Gabby.
Okay.
So, so you play bass, you act, which I thought you did so great in Spelling Bee. Honestly,
Oh my gosh. Thank you so much.
no, it was
I had a great time.
your character was really well thought out and well delivered. Did you struggle with that at all? Because you had like a weird kind of like lisp thing.
Yeah, I did. That was I feel like her character is like the complete opposite of me in a lot of ways, which was really hard to kind of bring that out and like make that known to people because it was so not me, and it was really hard to kind of create her. But I think it worked out in the end. I think I grew to love her. I did not enjoy her in the beginning, but then I was like, as it went on, I was like, oh my gosh, she's my favorite.
My favorite part, honestly, of you and your song was amazing. Like you did such a good job.
Yeah.
But when you got the word, spoiler alert, when you got the word wrong, and the face, I don't know if you remember like the feeling that you tried to emulate, but like the like really
Right, because it's such an easy word, and I totally
the emotion behind it was so good. I waited every single night for that.
Oh,
so
my
yeah, seriously,
Aw.
I
Thanks.
thought that was a really cool part.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Scott's over there like, you get it wrong.
Everyone's laughing.
I can't remember.
Yeah.
Was it?
Trauma.
I feel like it was right before dress rehearsals were running it, and you spelled it correctly.
I did, and then everyone was just silent. What do we-
Technically.
I think Scott said, "You sure?"
Yep.
Yeah, that might have been it. Is that really how you want to spell it?
You want to spell it right? Yeah, it's fine.
I just remember being backstage and be like, wait. Okay, she continues
It
on. I
was
guess.
just such an easy word. Such an easy word. And I
What was it? Is Vug?
Vug.
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 Yeah.
Vug.
But you spelt it.
VUGGHE for some reason.
Yeah.
She overthinked it, and it was
Ding, 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 ding.
okay. Stop.
I also recognized in a big way that you overcame, and I don't know if you realized how big of an achievement it was for yourself, but there was that entrance in your song that for weeks there was just some like the timing with the pit and you, and it was just and then you nailed it when it finally came to Showtime. I mean, it was like you never had any issues with it, but you had a lot of issues with that.
That song is really hard, and like I didn't really like realize that until we had the pit with us, because I would sing it like by myself and I'd have like no problems whatsoever, but then the pit was there and I was just like, this is really hard. Like I was looking at their music and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is not easy to do, and it just goes really fast, and there's a lot of different cues you have to watch out for, and I was just like, ugh. So thankfully it came together at the Showtime, but like leading up to those, it was so stressful because I'm like, I don't know if we're gonna get this. I don't know if it's just gonna happen, but it did.
Well, you nailed it. So
Did you find? Oh, go for it.
No, I was just going to say that was really my favorite song in the show.
Yeah,
me
she.
too.
I really love that song.
Guys.
I loved watching her because there was so much personality,
Yeah.
and it was so fun to see Logan just be Logan.
Yeah.
And as much as I love you, and I love you so much, it was really cool to see Logan and not Gabrielle.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think
Yeah.
it's really cool how people can just like switch out of characters like that.
Well,
You did it so
that's
well.
the fun part of what we do, right? We get to try something, try a new suit on.
Get to be a new.
Right.
Yeah.
that was the original Pafef. I don't know if you knew that or not, but the I'm gunning for first prize.
Yes.
So, that's how it started every morning. Rachel would be like, for fifth prize.
Do you guys think you would be friends with your characters?
Oh.
Oh,
That's a good
I
question.
think I would. I
No.
loved her.
Well, everyone would have an age gap.
No.
With the exception of Scott, everyone would have an age gap. So
That's a good point.
True. That's true.
Scott's a little bit
Like,
older than Panch, but
Aw.
Damn you.
I think if I was the same age as Leaf,
you
Yes.
would be Leaf.
me
Yeah.
and Leaf probably went to the
Best buds.
same homeschool
What were those called?
co-ops.
Co-ops.
Yeah, we probably would have been in the same co-op.
Camden, do you think you would be friends with Chip?
No,
No?
I don't.
I agree with that. I don't think you'd want anything to do with Chip.
Yeah, I think you would stay far, far away from Chip.
Yeah, like I would tell people, like whenever like his name would be brought up, I'd like make that face,
Yeah.
and they're like, "Oh, like what's up with him?" And then I just like unleash because
But you can't find anything that you might be able to relate with Chip, huh? There's nothing at all that you could find in common.
really beating around the bush here.
Yes, we're beating around the bush here. You can't find anything in common.
I don't think like the whole point of like the hard part of Chip wasn't going through the experiences that he's supposed to have, because like he was supposed to be like a relatable and funny character, because like he just like delivered it honestly, like when like in like actual life that's not how that works. But the way that he like took that, I just don't think that like that. I mean, there was no embarrassment,
You wouldn't
there.
take it there.
and like after he lost, he just like ran and grabbed the trophy, even though he was the first to get out. And
That wouldn't be you. I can see that. That wouldn't be you. You wouldn't do that.
No.
yeah,
Okay.
Shoving kids in lockers and all that jazz. you know?
no, not
Not that part. He would
Yeah.
do that part.
Yeah. no. That part was pretty funny. Yeah, I'd pat Chip on the back for that, but
Oh my gosh.
Can we take a break?
Yeah, I was just gonna say. I think we should take a break.
I have to pee.
Break time.
So I'm ready to tell my story now, I think.
All right.
Oh, okay.
yes.
Oh, no.
It is
All right.
time. It
Perfect
is time.
timing.
He's finally
Should I
ready.
leave the room?
Nope.
No, this is all your fault, Maren.
I know, man.
So I've been working a little bit lately. Just a little bit.
Just
And I used most of today to like recover. But unfortunately there was emergency at my job, cell phone emergency. The lady was freaking out. So I was there for a little bit dealing with that. And my Rachie had a little bit of a day. So I wanted to bless her. So at like 5:00, I ordered some dinner. at Maurice's, and I knew it was going to be a little bit. I was going to be pressed for time, but it's going to be fine. And so ordered it. There's like, yeah, 20 minutes. Well, I got there in 20 minutes, and they're like, it's going to be another 20 minutes.
Oh.
I hate it when it happens.
And I had a message on our Facebook chat that from Janelle that was saying like, hey, anyone picked up some Pan Benedetto,
Right.
which is translated for
Bellissimo.
pomegranate San Pellegrino, which I didn't know existed until tonight at 6:20.
Yes.
Right.
For Maren. And
For
of course,
me.
I want to hook Maren up because it's something we'd like to do on our podcast. We'll make sure that everyone has the drink of their choice.
Obviously.
And I was in South Paris waiting for my dinner, so I didn't have time to go to like Hannaford or anything like that. So I hit up all the gas stations. No one even had San Pellegrino, which is whatever. I mean, I just assumed that.
It's a weird drink.
She didn't ask for gas station San Pellegrino, though.
Scott, you're so funny.
Premium Hannaford.
So anyway, I was like, all right, I couldn't find it. I just put it in the chat, I think, and got home with the dinner. And ate dinner with Rachel, and it was wonderful. And she, made it her day, and we ate together. It was great.
Great.
Well, I'm leaving house, and I hadn't heard back if anyone went to Hannaford, and so here I go. And this slush, but I made it to Hannaford, and I'm waiting at the light, and all of a sudden I feel a tap, like someone just hit me.
Oh.
And I had the notion to, I'm going to take my foot off the brake pedal. So I just kind of rolled forward. Didn't do any damage to me, but of course you're sitting there, cars rolling by, it's dark, it's slushy, it's cold, it's snowing. Thankfully there was a police officer sitting right there, so all good there. But another couple minutes. Well, then I pull into Hannaford and there's slush and all that. Walk into Hannaford, find the San Benedetto.
Right.
There are many different flavors of San Benedetto. Bellissimo. And anyway, found the flavor, left my cell phone on the shelf. Like I took the San Benedetto and put it was a transaction.
Bellissimo.
Then proceeded to pay for it, which is funny because it's my MagSafe wallet that goes on the back of my phone. So I should have noticed then, but I didn't. Got into my car.
So how'd you pay for it? Like with your phone?
No, with my I had my wallet like off in my pocket for some reason.
Oh.
So anyway, drove away and then realized like, oh crap, I don't have my phone. Slipped on the way in to get my phone. Thankfully everything's all right, but just slipped and it was fun. My Apple Watch was dead. So then I was like, I went to find my phone and my phone was not on the shelf where I transacted it. Thankfully the Hannaford employee had just picked it up.
Oh, okay, good.
So I intercepted her. But 40 minutes later, Maren has San Benedetto.
Great.
Bellissimo.
Bellissimo. I don't know if you're adding or correcting, but either way, I like it.
John, I am so thankful. It is.
And you have a
so,
whole 6-pack to yourself now. So
it's
enjoy.
so good.
What we really, yeah.
Wait,
Does
is
that
Bellissimo
taste good?
Is Bellissimo Italian for pomegranate?
Yes.
Is
Yes.
it?
Apparently.
That's what it says on the box. Bellissimo.
See?
Bellissimo.
Hey,
I
we
know.
learned something.
I'm part Italian.
Bellissimo San Benedetto.
San Benedetto.
TM.
Sam.
Thank you for going on this voyage for me.
I'm happy to do it.
Even though Aaron
It's
had
so
some
worth.
here.
It's so good.
What did you what did you say?
Nothing.
Yeah, some in the fridge, don't you know?
What was that? What?
John, go look in the fridge.
I don't. I don't have the flavor that she wants.
Not the pomegranate.
What kind did you have? What kind did you have?
Just lemon.
But a flavor. Like it would have sufficed.
Possibly.
You're telling me that in our Facebook chat,
Yes, I probably. I didn't think about it. I thought that the flavor was more important than the fact that we have some.
I had genuine anger. For like,
I know when I called you.
I slipped. I could have got hurt.
We didn't even know you slipped until just now when you told us.
I know. I saw his guilty face look at my ankle. I was wondering, why do you look so guilty? Are you freaking kidding me?
I wasn't going to say anything, Scott.
I don't know whether to be laugh or be really upset.
If you're upset, I'm
Sam
totally...
Benedetto.
So true.
Bellissimo.
Limon.
Limoncello. Limoncello. That's
Well,
what
excuse me. I'm going to go grab myself some lemon bam bam bam
You should.
Gotta cool off.
Okay. So, Camden.
Yes.
What are you up to these days? The show's over. We're back on the podcast now, right? I think we heard about John's story, and we all feel bad.
I feel terrible.
Yes,
I feel
it was a really horrible thing. But we got to get back to our guests here, Camden, Maren, and Gabby. Yes. So, Camden, what are you up to? It's the senior year, right?
Yes, it is.
What are you doing now?
Well, musically, I have been practicing with a 3-piece band because we've been that group. We played together once, and then we were offered to be the house band at the new Victorian speakeasy private venue that's opening up on Main Street.
It's not very speakeasy, like private, because a lot of people know about it. I feel like
they're telling a lot of people about it. Yeah.
I don't feel like they really realize what speakeasies.
But it's supposed to be about,
Oh well.
It's the theme. I mean, they don't want it to be a secret because they want people to come there and spend the money.
Right. Yeah. Do they have a password to get in? Because that was like the whole thing with the speakeasy. You had to say a password.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, but you're with the band. So.
You get that little slot in the door. They slide it. What's the password?
I mean, they did a good job at redecorating the inside from looking like the barbecue place that it was too.
Yeah.
It does have... Sorry. It does have the...
If you're going to be sassy, at least speak into the mic.
Yes.
Sorry.
Sassy into the mic.
Sassy and fierce, Gabrielle.
Yeah.
So, yes, there was a barbecue place there before.
Yes.
Your speakeasy. But you know what it was before that, right?
A morgue or no,
it was
something.
A funeral home for, and it was a morgue. Yes.
That's a fun evolution.
Yeah, you go from morgue
to a barbecue
to funeral
place.
home to barbecue. I think they sold cars in between there.
That's a natural progression of things on Main Street.
Makes me wonder how many people named Dave got smoked there.
Oh my goodness. John. Oh, wow. That was a good one.
Gotta wonder.
At least one, I can tell you. At least one.
Anyway, so you're in a band. You guys are going to be the house band for
the
Victorian on Main Street.
The Victorian on Main.
And we're doing...
Yeah, what kind of music?
I would say a lot of blues, just because like that's the easiest to get a 3-hour set with.
3 hours?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
That's
yeah.
You get a couple of breaks in there.
Yeah. So we've been trying to like accrue a lot of songs, but then we also
45 songs at least.
At least.
Yeah. I mean, we're honestly getting pretty close just because like we had known, like we all knew like a collective amount of songs together that just like worked for that kind of sound we're going for. And also we had played like wherever else. And I've played with Felicia before in another band. And then we've also been working on some jazz stuff. So we have a couple Nina Simone and Etta James, Frank Sinatra. I'm singing a couple of Chet Baker ones. And then Josh has a couple originals and I have a couple originals that we're going to be doing.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
That's awesome.
So it's going to be really fun because that's a completely different sound than I've done for like the past 7 years.
Yeah.
So that's going to be Thursday nights
Yes.
at the Victorian on Main.
Yes.
You got to go check it out, people.
Yeah. Hopefully you guys are open past 9 because I have rehearsals till 9.
Yeah. Normally
Everybody
bars don't
not
close till
named
9.
Aaron can go check it out before 9.
Nobody.
And everybody else after can check it out after 9 if they're still open.
Right.
I'll spread the word.
All right. Yeah, spread the word. If they're not open, Aaron will be at Applebee's.
Oh my god. Bees time.
Bees time.
Yeah. Do you guys miss Applebee's? Do you guys go there?
Yes,
Who doesn't miss bees after a good show?
exactly.
I know.
Man, I wasn't even in the show and I was excited to go. It's like, let's go to bees.
You were a part of the show, though.
I was. I came to every night, I
Yeah.
think.
We went there after a band concert.
Oh, that's right. We did go there after one of our high school band concerts.
But
Oh, yeah.
was it the same?
No.
No.
No, I can't say it was.
You know, you don't have Josh,
No.
you know, being crazy. you know Josh.
Oh,
That
Josh.
crazy Josh.
Crazy
Yeah,
Josh.
was off the walls.
So Camden told us what he's up to. Maren, what are you up to?
I'm hanging out. I'm kind of waiting for school to die down a little bit. Everyone's getting senioritis in my school,
Mhm.
and I think I'm starting to get there, but it hasn't hit me yet. And I'm waiting
Oh.
for, I'm actually kind of
lucky you,
surprised.
Yeah.
I think it might be because last year was so bad. I had such a bad junior year just because I took up a lot of like hard classes that I definitely shouldn't have taken all at once, but I was really ambitious and I tried my best and that's all that matters to me. But this year I'm only taking one hard class, like one real hard class, and it's my favorite subject. So it's a lot easier for me now.
Which is?
English. I'm taking AP Lit, which is really fun. I love my teacher. She's the best. So I feel like this year I'm just really chill. And this was my plan. So I might have work really hard my junior year and then I'll take it easy my senior year. So it's kind of working out that way. And it's pretty chill. But I'm waiting for graduation stuff to start happening and all the last things to happen.
Yeah, you only got a couple more months.
Yeah.
74 more days.
4 days.
74 days.
75
who's
months.
Yeah, months.
They have a countdown, so
Yeah,
the
I'm
principals are.
Yeah. Well, they'll be happy you're
They're ready to
too.
say bye. Yeah.
Like, get out of here.
Yeah, they're like, please.
All right. I got a feeling that Gabby's not as chill. What are you doing?
I'm suffering from senioritis so bad. Let's see. I'm taking a couple AP courses, which are kicking me in the butt. Unlike Maren, I'm not an English girl.
I'm an English girly.
I have a book to read tonight. So we're going to do that. The entire book.
Okay, but to be fair,
The entire book.
I read like 2/3 of the book yesterday. And then the rest today.
Okay.
So you can do this.
Okay.
This is
Thank you so
riveting
much.
content.
I'm going to do
It
that
is.
when I get
What is this book about?
Yams.
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 No,
Yam
it's the
farm.
book of yams.
Yam farm.
Yeah, firm. Got
Yam
it.
farms. The
So
key.
heard of the Book of Mormon. Now comes the Book of Yams.
I
Yams.
would go to that church.
Yams.
So
Everyone loves
the Yam
yams.
Church.
I'm gonna pivot this a little bit. Do you guys have any shows that you're doing coming up, or any like prospects of? I mean, we're a year away from the school community show.
Like theater show?
Yeah, theater shows.
I am not a part of anything right now.
You mentioned Cinderella.
Oh yes.
Right.
Ooh, I
Yeah, you got-
might be a part of Cinderella. I have not decided yet. The music is insane, and I don't know if I can handle that right now. But we'll see. I have to think about it a little more, but hopefully, maybe.
You should do it.
So we're a year away from the school community show, but
We got other shows, or
But
when the next school community show comes,
where are we going to be?
where are
Oh.
they going to
oh
be?
yeah, they're not even going to be here. You guys are gonna be.
But they could.
We could.
Could be.
True.
Is that the next question?
Because not
Back.
everybody goes to
Is that-
college.
That's so true.
I didn't go to college, as you can tell.
Me neither. And look at us now.
I mean, John's the only one here that's gone to college.
How was it?
He met his wife
Do you
there.
have any
Rated out of
advice?
10.
I got my Rachie.
So true.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
so
she's
Don't
the greatest gift of all.
She is.
Love Rachie.
don't love Rachies. No.
Oh my God.
I love
No,
Rachie.
no. I love
Rachie's
Rachie.
are love.
But
But
milk it.
okay.
Seriously. Milk it for all it's worth. Milk it for any type of interaction or people you can meet. Make the connections. When they joke about it's who you know, it really is about who you know. The people that you meet at college and all that could be the connections that set you up for your future. So that's what I would say. I know that now any of the connections that I've made, like I still interact with a lot of the people that I met at school. So
Like Rachie.
I do connect with her.
I love
would
Rachie.
quite frankly,
I would-
I
quite
love
frequently.
Yeah, she's wonderful.
He is so wonderful.
And she thinks very highly of all three of you.
Oh.
So
Oh my gosh.
because you
Love
guys
her so
are
much.
you guys were her first year, right? You're like
For band?
I think your class is the first class she had that she taught you
I
your instrument.
I don't know. I got taught by Mr. Tift. You mean like in elementary school? Or
Like middle, so 7th grade.
her first year teaching is what you mean.
Yes.
Oh, okay. No, she had a class, at least that I know of, a class before us. Because she was my 7th grade. Yeah. So she had its people before.
Okay. Well, I know she has individual connections with all three of you.
Yeah.
That she thinks very
We
highly of all of you.
all love
So-
Rachie so much.
Yes, we do.
She is.
And she was super
So
happy to be able to be in spelling bee with.
She was in spelling
Oh
bee with us. I'm so proud of her. I swear, I tell her that all the time.
That was amazing.
I'm so proud of her for that.
Yeah, for sure.
I love how that story came about too. I just love how she just
Wanted to
like-
hang out with friends and
and then-
ended up in a show.
yeah, and she killed it.
Yep.
She did so well.
Yeah, her song was crazy.
Oh my gosh. her
She
song.
riffed away,
Yeah.
She did.
and it was so good. And I was in the audience like, Rach, our little Rachie up there. I love her. I'm so proud of her.
So as much as we love Rachel, this is a
Right,
This is a
sorry.
community theater podcast, right? That's ultimately what we try to do.
Yeah.
And we were super blessed to have the three of you, but there are a lot more where that comes from, right? I mean, there are a lot of your peers and people that go to school with you or whatever that I feel like would shine in different roles. And the only way that our community theater grows and stuff like that is to get people interested, get young people interested, build the next generation. And so my question for you, all three of you, would be, how do we get better at that? How do people like Scott, who's so old, he just doesn't understand what generation is which and what?
Oh,
He doesn't know
Scott.
what generation he's going after right now. What letter is it?
What did
Q?
he say?
We're at A right now.
Oh, okay.
Gen A.
I don't usually make fun of Scott's age. That's usually Aaron's thing, but I'm trying it on for size tonight. It's going pretty well.
Hey,
Awesome.
That was Forrest Gump's favorite generation too. Was Gen A.
Jenny.
Jen-
Oh, nailed that.
that was pretty good.
I must say I've never
That was
seen
good.
that movie.
Oh,
That's right. You haven't
I
seen
haven't,
it.
so I don't really get it, but
No hot
don't
takes.
don't do your homework. Watch Forrest
Yeah.
Gump
I
tonight.
did do my homework.
How do we,
Oh,
She's all
right.
done.
She
how do we
has
get
done
better
it.
at
Maybe
that?
I will
All right,
watch
yeah.
it.
Let's go.
Yeah,
Answer John's question.
Sorry.
how do we get better at that? How do we get better at connecting, getting people involved, getting younger people involved?
Get you young whippersnappers going here.
Well, I can say from experience, my first when I was Suzical was the first show that I ever was part of. My mom did the makeup for Suzical, and I was just there. So that was like my first experience with theater, and I loved it because everything's great. I loved it, but I think going into middle school, or there was like the high school drama club was really thriving then.
Yeah.
And that was when
Yeah.
One Acts was happening. And then
Yeah.
That was huge.
yeah, and they made it really far.
Mhm.
I
And
remember their Mice and Men production.
yeah,
That
I
was
remember seeing
great.
that. I think, yeah. And Camden and I have been in a lot of shows together when we were younger too. And I don't know if that was just because I have no idea how that even came about, really. We just liked theater. We were around it. And
Yeah.
I don't know if that was just because of influences around us or if it was just something we really wanted to do. You know what I mean? Because you get pushed to do things. I didn't. Yeah,
But what you're saying with the drama club, in
yeah.
high
It was
school
really booming
big.
then.
It was booming.
I
then.
think it kind
And now
of
it's
I mean,
It's
it was
died
something-
down a lot.
Yeah.
it slowed down for
Especially
sure.
after COVID. But
yeah, COVID really.
I mean,
Yeah.
it was definitely something that like you wanted to be a part of. Like,
right.
They were really good too, and they were really fun. They were very bonded group together.
I think, I mean, I also like the first show I did, even though it was super little, was musical. I think like once you're like, it's very hard to get into something, but like once you're in the community and like, you know, like the crowd,
Yeah.
it's a lot less daunting to
Right.
like go to like your first thing, because I know like me and Gabby have a class with some people who said like, oh, they would like have loved to audition, they just like didn't know it really like came past because you're not really like part of that. So I don't know. I think if there's like a reach specifically for like the young whippersnappers that don't need hearing aids and
Nice recall. But what did he say?
then that would be like a huge part. And I don't really know. Just like, I know that for me, because like I'm just like not intimidated by like the auditioning process and like even just like getting rejected. Like I'd feel comfortable with that because I know what it's like. But a lot of people, I don't even know if it's because of COVID and like the lack of like drama clubs and just like there hasn't really been arts for our high school career, but like they just like haven't ever done anything like that. So it's really hard to get into.
I will say that the community Broadway musicals that happen at the high school every couple of years, those bring in a lot of younger people. And I think I love Oompa. It's kind of like, it feels like more of a, I don't know how to say it, but like it's of like, I don't know, it feels like a more professional kind of mature theater production thing. And I remember we did Wind in the Willows was a while ago, and I was in that, and I think that's the only, besides like Into the Woods, that I remember that like was targeted towards younger people. We've done a lot of like mature productions that I don't think a lot of people are comfortable, younger people are comfortable like auditioning for, and just because it's so like intimidating, because they're just like really big, awesome productions that everyone's like, that's what I like about the Oxford Hills Community Broadway, is that it brings in a group of people who aren't really used to it. Kind of.
Yeah, and
That makes sense.
and I think it's also important on that same topic to pick shows that are like wide age range, because when we did Wizard of Oz, like there were so many kids. There were so many kids there, and I was one of the kids, and you were there. Were you in Wizard of Oz?
Yes.
No.
And
Yes, you were
there? And you were there?
Yeah, were we all there?
Was I in Wizard of Oz?
Yes, you were.
What were you? What were you? Were a Munchkin?
You were a Munchkin in
Oh, Munchkin?
when
I don't remember being a Munchkin.
there is a picture
Are you
of
sure?
of the Fab Four in Oz. You weren't a Munchkin. You were in Oz. I don't know if you were a Munchkin.
Ozian.
But there's a picture of the four of us and the rest of the Ozians around when the witch does her Surrender Dorothy thing. There's a picture, and you're with your mother right there.
I think I was just there. I don't think I was part
Yeah,
of
I
that.
think you were just.
But you were still
but
there.
had you
I was
yeah.
definitely present. I
Yeah.
wasn't
You were on
in
the
the
stage.
production, but
the picture has your mother, and you're right beside her.
Yeah.
I know. I love the picture. That's I've seen it a million times.
I need to see that because I don't know if I know what you're talking about.
But I think that was like a big thing for like all of us, was that community musical, because even though that's not like the type of setting that I'd like prefer to act in now, like that's like the perfect way to start. Like
for
it's
sure.
Perfect way to start.
yeah, it's like a great way to transition into it. And also like once you're in a play, the excitement to do another play,
Mhm.
like it, I feel like that's why you do it. Like when you're just like on the outside, it's so easy to be like, I could, but I'm really busy right now.
Yeah.
And like, sure, like sometimes it's gonna be very hard to do a production, but like once you're in it, you're like, I know why this is like on my priority list. And I'm sure like a lot of people would like love to be into acting, but they just like these roles, like if this isn't something they want to do, like that's like a very big task. Whereas like a community musical where they could just like be an ensemble and like watch the process happen.
Yeah.
Can like bring in a lot of people who like say, yes, this is what I want. And like, I want to take on more professional roles.
Yeah, you can definitely build up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I just think it's really important because at least that's how I think I got into theater versus being around it was the community Broadway show. I was in Wizard of Oz because I told my mom, I was like, I need to do this the next time. And so I did. And it was really fun and I had a great time. And then that's kind of where it kept going. And then that's where opportunities kept coming through.
Mhm.
And it kind of spread around more because you're put into this community with other people that love theater just as much. So they're talking about things. They're, so it's a definitely a topic, but I think it's really important that we pick shows that are kid friendly because that's what brings them in.
Yeah.
It happened to us three
Mhm.
and we're still doing it and we're taking on different parts and inspired by other shows.
Yeah.
I think it's really important.
Yeah. I agree.
Mhm.
Now, does the school have a drama club?
Yes, it's
in the works.
It's been in the works.
It's not doing great. It's
Yeah.
not, it's there, but I don't think they're really doing anything with it. I think they're just kind of using it as like an outlet to just kind of work on skills. But I don't think we haven't gone to one acts. We haven't done, I think they did one production, but it was very poorly advertised. And I heard about it from like one person. I was like, what, you guys have a show? And she's like, yeah. And I'm like, what? I didn't hear about this.
Nobody knew about this. I didn't know
Well,
about
it was
that.
the joint. Wasn't it the show they did with another entity of some kind? Wasn't there somebody that came
Was
in and
Buckfield involved or something?
I don't know. I know it happens like once a week and is very.
I should know where I'm the vice president of the boosters, but I forgot. It's like there was something that
There
they did a joint effort of some kind.
Yeah.
It's tough. So Jenny Rennie, she ended up going to a different school district. So she was the director all through COVID, trying to keep it going, and so now it's building from nothing.
Okay.
And Luke Allen is doing it right now. And he's great.
He was one of the people that was in that. He was that group that was
Like
really successful in One X, and when we really looked up to him, or at least I did.
Yep.
Yeah, I know that like
huge influence.
Yeah, for sure. I don't even think he knew that either.
Mm-mm.
Like we were all like, "Oh my god, Luke!"
But like, watching that happen is like, wow, I really want to like be in that role.
Yeah.
Cool.
I think he's definitely building it from the ground up again because it died. It died
It really
during
did.
COVID.
I mean, that's like the last thing that's gonna keep support is like an acting program through the school during like online. Like you can't execute that at all.
Mm-mm.
That's hard.
Like you have to be together and like you have to act. And also it's like, I feel like at least like years ago when people got to high school and wanted to do the drama club, like they had at least been exposed to theater or like maybe like been like in a couple shows already. But like, I feel like that just doesn't happen anymore. Like the skills didn't develop for like the young people coming up now because there isn't any of those like musical or artistic opportunities. So they like, even if they want to do a show, it's like, how do you start that?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. COVID hurt a lot of things. And that was it. I mean, the COVID hit you kids like crazy. I mean, right in the middle of your high school career.
Mm-hmm.
Right in the beginning, really.
Right at the beginning, yeah.
Yeah, we didn't. I was halfway through freshman year. We hadn't had like a norm. This is like our normal. This is the first normal year of high school we've ever had.
Last year.
The last.
Which
and
is
it's awesome.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm having a really good year. I think because of that, honestly.
Yeah.
It can't hurt.
Really hard. Yeah.
But you guys made it through and you don't seem that
messed up.
We're not that
We're chill.
We're chill.
Well, you're a little messed up.
But not
Let's
that
be
bad. But
honest.
not that bad.
Let's be a little bit honest here.
Yeah.
Oh, great.
So you made it, but I mean, that's a testament to the strength and resilience of these kids these days.
Kids
boy.
these days.
Because he says,
So back in my day,
What letter? Z. The Gen Z.
I still think you're after Z, whatever comes next.
all right. Well, do we have some questions?
Oh, I guess we do have questions. Are we getting to strike time?
Oh my gosh.
That's
I think we're pretty close.
All right.
I want to give a quick little shout out because I know they're all going to listen, but all of your parents, I think they deserve their own little shout out in their own way. They it's very clear how much they support all three of you in your arts and your music, and I'm blown away by all of them.
My mom is a queen. Shout out to our queen, Kimberly.
Queen Kimberly.
Love her.
I like that. I like
Queen
the sound of
Kim.
that. Queen Kimberly.
Yep.
It's got to be
So-
Kimberly.
It sounds
She can't
so
be-
royal.
She can't be Queen Kim. No.
She's Kimberly.
Yes.
Kimberly,
Queen Kim sounds like Queen Karen.
Right.
But
She's
Queen
Kimberly.
Kimberly is much more majestic.
Exactly.
She is queen.
What's wrong with Karen?
Yeah. What's wrong with Karen?
Well, you know,
Next question.
Oh, okay.
Next question.
Karens are Karens, you know.
But to one engine and to two engine.
Thank you,
Sim
Jen.
and to Kimberly.
Gens.
I would
Jen
Thank
like
you
squared.
for all you do.
Yeah, I would
Yeah.
like to thank my mom. I've looked up to her for years, and she is the one who got me into theater. And I've followed her around for so many years and just like admired her. And she finally pushed me to do something, and it's become a huge part of my life. So thank you, Mom.
Thank you, Jen.
Thank you, Jen.
I just want to thank my two dads.
Thank you, Dad. What about your Jen?
Oh, we hail Jenny.
We all hail Jen.
all
Hail
hail
Jenny.
Jen.
I guess my mom's the only one that's like not involved with the.
Yeah, but she's
She's
so
on-
involved.
she's
Yeah.
She's
She's so
involved. I still
involved.
have a rose that your mom gave me from
Aw.
Spellenby.
I was going to say, she is
Still-
involved behind the
Yeah.
scenes, though.
Yep.
She's so
Yeah.
involved.
I mean, your mom is a big part of the boosters with
Yeah.
us. And,
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
she would do
she's pretty kick
anything
butt.
for anyone on the
She puts her all.
stage. You know what I mean?
She would.
Sweetest person
Just
ever.
such a doll. We love her.
Love her
And
so
your
much.
dad's a nice guy too. I don't care what Maren says about him.
Whoa,
Yeah, I mean, I
like
whoa.
I feel like he's definitely pushed my like music career with like
Yeah.
giving me
Yeah,
opportunities,
definitely.
Oh yeah.
going to like different like jazz camps and stuff over the summer and lessons when I was
Yeah.
younger.
Yeah.
I mean,
Awesome.
like I remember I went to an open mic with Maren.
Oh no.
that was my
Oh my
first
God.
like
Oh,
experience.
wow.
And then on the ride home, I was like, I really want to play guitar. And then the next day, we went to Auburn and Portland and got me a guitar.
Wow.
And your
Yeah.
first, your first performance was not long after that, was it? Didn't you guys do something, or am I thinking of the open mic when you sang
the open mic
was that
at
what I'm
the
talking
Old
about?
Mill.
Yeah, so
Oh
that
yeah.
that was that first
I don't even
time.
know how that even.
Yeah, I don't know why you were like,
It
Camden,
was
you
like
should sing with me.
advertised. Everyone knew
I
that you were going to
know.
be singing.
Well, my brother. It was for my oldest brother's
Yes.
senior project. It was his the open mic
Right.
extravaganza.
That's
so it was
right.
basically anyone who wanted to come. I know Janelle performed. You performed it too. I remember. It
Yeah.
also kept going after for like
Mhm.
a few times after that, but I don't even know how that came about. But Kim and I have been singing together for a really long time. It's very cute.
Yeah.
Aw.
It's so cute, and we have videos of it.
Yeah, we do.
And it's so awkward, but it's the
But
cutest thing
Night
ever.
Rhythm and Flair when we
Night
do it
Rhythm
again.
and Flair.
Oh, Kimberly's gonna be crying.
Oh,
but-
Kimberly. Oh, Kimberly. Yeah, for Camden and I's senior project, we're doing Night Rhythm and Flair, which is what is her last name? Michaela. Her name's Michaela. She's so cool. She started it.
Maroy.
Something.
Yeah. I know who you
Yeah.
mean. She was
She's
in Oz.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah. She started Night Rhythm and Flair. It's basically just a benefit show, and whoever wants to perform some talents can come, and donations and stuff go towards music department for us, at least is what
Yeah.
we want to do.
And
And-
then after her, people continue to it until
Yeah.
And my
Until-
brother did it. Lauren, my other brother
shut
did it.
down.
Lauren
and
did it.
I mean, I like couldn't wait to be a senior because like I knew like
Yes.
on the second one because I got invited to the first one and then everyone just like put me on the list, and I was like super little, so like it meant a lot to me.
Yeah.
So like when like I'd been through all of them and then shut down, and I realized I could do it my senior year. It's like that's like a huge like circle thing, and like
So what is this?
So it's a senior project, so every senior has to do some
Right,
kind
yeah.
of project, and so you can do it with other people. And
Okay.
Cameron and I are hosting it this year. We're bringing it back.
it was
Okay, so
We're
it was
bringing
a
it
thing,
back.
and then you're
Yeah,
bringing
yeah.
it back.
So
Okay.
I think Lauren was the last person to do it, unless he
Yeah.
wasn't, but I'm pretty sure he was. And
That math would add up. I mean, it would make sense that
yeah,
that's him.
and
Nate and Sam do it.
no they
Yeah. Oh.
did they plan to, and then
I thought they were going to. Yeah, because I remember they were.
did they end up doing a senior project though? Because
Oh no.
yeah,
Yeah,
see,
because-
They were
COVID.
going to.
Yeah.
No, I think
Yeah.
Lauren was the last one.
Yeah,
So
so,
that was the last
Lauren
one.
was the last one, and I remember Camden and I. We were so excited. I think we performed a little bit in that show, but we were so excited. We were like, we have to do this.
So-
And here we are planning it out.
So where is this going to be?
It's gonna be at the high school auditorium.
Cool.
We're thinking early April.
Mhm.
Cool.
But
Is it's high schoolers that perform or?
Anyone.
anyone,
Yeah.
if you guys want to come,
You need
I mean, like,
hosts.
let me
You
yeah,
need
know.
hosts for
I
the show.
performed in the first show when I was like 9 or
yeah,
something.
at all ages.
Do
Yeah.
you need 3 good-looking MCs?
Yes.
Hosted
Do
by
it.
the backstage
They-
Comedy
podcast.
act.
You guys probably need an MC since it's your senior
No,
project.
we're MCing.
Yeah,
This
yeah,
has been
yeah.
a thing. We
own that,
decided
but-
together a
Yeah.
long time ago we're MCing this.
Cool.
Actually, Luke, the person who runs, I think he was the MC one year.
Probably.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's funny. But yeah, it was. Yeah, we're bringing that back.
But
so
yeah, if you
That's
want
awesome.
to, I mean,
Come
our
to
people
it.
will be in touch with your people. So
Yeah.
So true.
You have your people.
course.
Call our people.
We are our people.
Okay.
We'll do
Yes.
lunch.
We have our secretaries.
We'll do
Okay.
lunch.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Right. Obviously.
Well, I don't know if you guys know, but we have a very questionable person among us.
Well, tonight it's me, just because I forgot to mention to John that I had San Pellegrino in the fridge. This is the
That
most.
was pretty questionable.
We're
there,
so
Sarah.
sorry.
We
This
can
is-
let that go. Anyway, so
Moving on.
We have a very
Right.
questionable person. He's questionable and questionable looking. Meet Scott.
Yay,
Hey,
Scott.
Hi. How you
Hey,
doing?
Scott.
Hey,
Hi,
Scott.
good to meet you.
Good. Nice to
How's
see
it
you.
going?
So I usually ask 5 questions at the end of the show because it's strike. We're finishing up, clearing up. So we got 5 questions
Oh.
times 3.
Yes.
yes.
Whoa.
Wow.
So you have 15 questions?
Apparently, yes. You did better at math than we thought. Camden,
Yes.
what are you listening to?
What am I listening to?
Yeah, what are you listening to? What are you into?
Oh, right now, I love Duke Ellington and Miles Davis. I've definitely been like big into the jazz classics lately. And also, a big fan of like modern rock, like the Strokes and Cage the Elephant, because I want to be like involved and want to like see stuff in my life.
All right.
But I mean, I've listened to all of it.
That's a pretty eclectic mix right there.
Yeah, I listened to everything from 1900 to 2023 because that's this year.
That's
That is this
123 years. Maren,
What's up?
what are you listening to?
I am listening to lately Boy Genius,
Mm-hmm.
who is a 3-women band. They're awesome. Really
3
cool.
women named Boy Genius. All right.
Yes, they're awesome. And then I'm also listening to a lot of Waste Blood lately. She has some really awesome music, and she came out with a new album like I think last year. So I'm kind of getting into that, but I'm very slow with coming up with music, but I'm getting into it now.
There's no speed limit there.
Yeah,
You listen
just
to what
take
you
your
want,
time.
when you want,
Yeah,
how you want.
Gabrielle's
Gabby.
thinking.
Okay.
She's thinking.
So this is kind of like Camden. I'm very into the jazz classics right now. Thanks to my brother Cooper. Shout out to him. He has been playing that nonstop for like the past like 8 weeks. So thank you. And I'm also into like very classical music. I don't know if it's because of like all the festivals I've been doing recently, but like Vivaldi, Accolade, Bach, all those people I've been listening to them nonstop. So that's been it's interesting.
Well, thanks. That's cool.
Thanks.
I like it.
What's your favorite Vivaldi?
I'm recently into the Four Seasons.
4 Seasons.
Yeah.
You listen to Gloria?
No.
Vivaldi's Gloria?
I think I've got your number.
No.
No,
Vivaldi's Gloria is really good too.
Oh,
Okay. I'll check that out.
But Four Seasons is awesome. It's probably my favorite.
Yeah, we're working on spring right now in orchestra. So,
Oh,
yep,
perfect.
it's going well.
Why?
Can you read your own
Scott.
handwriting?
Okay.
no, I cannot. What the hell does that say? All right, so we talk a lot of musicals. Camden, no, we'll start with Gabby this time.
Okay.
Gabby, what's a guilty pleasure musical for you?
Guilty pleasure musical. Like just my favorite musical?
It can be if you
Because
want.
I don't know if I have a
but
guilty
what do you
pleasure.
go to? If you want to.
Into the
If you're in
Woods. I'm going to be honest. Into the Woods. I've been
Mhm.
listening to the soundtrack for like months on end.
Into
The movie or the musical, the Broadway version.
The movie actually, because that's all that pops up when I ask Alexa to play the soundtrack.
Come on, Alexa. Broaden your horizons a little bit. Because the Broadway, much
Yeah,
better.
well, yeah, of course.
Maren, what's your guilty pleasure?
I don't think I have a guilty pleasure because I'm not guilty about it.
All right. Hey,
Fair
But
enough.
live
then
it.
again, like, unfortunately, I feel guilty saying this is sometimes I listen to soundtracks without watching the musical, which I feel guilty about because I should do that. But it's so easy to just like look up musicals and listen to the music. My favorite musical is Into the Woods. It has been since I was in it. I love that. The twist on it, such a great show. So the music of that is so important to me. So I love that show. Not guilty about it. But I think if there's one show, I don't know. I don't know. There's one show that I want to get into more is I want to get into Wicked more. And I know it's pretty popular, but I
Yep.
really love the music in that. So I want to really get into Wicked more.
Definitely Dear Evan Hansen.
Yep.
Yeah.
I have consciously made the choice not to watch that just because.
You don't want to cry?
Well, no, I'm fine with crying.
Okay.
I got into I don't know. I heard like one song, and then whenever like I hear something that like is new that I like, I always like explore that, and so I listened to like the whole soundtrack, and then just like fell in love with it. And then later I read the book. Didn't watch the movie because I heard bad things. Don't want to ruin my view of it, but like I want like the first time I see that to be like in person with like a cast that's doing it right. Just because like I know that like that's like one of like the like that's gonna have like a big emotional response with me, and like I just want to like see it for the first time, like in the way that like I've imagined it to be, not like some bootlegged Broadway version.
Yeah. It's cool how Dear Evan Hansen like integrated like technology like with like having like the text messages pop up behind him and stuff like that. I think that's cool. Like, you know, and it's like simple things that like we could do at Oompa for sure.
Mhm.
You know, that's cool.
Cool.
I will say, sorry.
No, go ahead.
My not so guilty pleasure musical is Hamilton. I take back Into the Woods. I will listen to Hamilton any day, and it gets so much hate, and
Does it get so much hate?
It gets
She
hate
has
now?
a Hamilton fleece blanket
I have
in her living room,
yeah.
Dum,
and every
dum,
time
dum,
I
dum,
come over,
dum, dum.
I find
Dum,
it.
dum, dum, dum. Yeah, exactly.
Don't be guilty.
I'm
Oh,
not
it's all
guilty
right.
about it. I'm so proud because it is my favorite.
Embrace it. Embrace it.
Yeah.
No, you can keep that in the box, in my opinion.
Okay, yeah.
When, when I first heard Hamilton for the first time, like I listened to that soundtrack on repeat for I don't know months.
Yeah. I know every single song.
Yeah.
But now he's listening to Carly Rae Jepsen
Awesome.
every
Of
5
course.
minutes.
Obviously.
Don't be
Yeah.
guilty.
Okay, so Maren, start with you.
Oh boy.
What's your dream role?
My dream role? Oh my gosh. I don't know. What is my dream role?
Milky White.
Yes. No, I think honestly my dream role would probably be Cinderella in Into the Woods. I love her. And I'm really I'm really talking about Into the Woods a lot, but it's just my favorite show in the whole world. So I love Cinderella's role in that show. She has such great music.
Yeah, she does.
Yep.
So good.
It is. Camden.
On the steps of the palace.
Yes.
Is it Camden? Is it Evan Hansen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, anything in that show. Like, I'd also love to play Connor Murphy, but like, just like the vocal track, like a lot of times, like there's whenever like I get into a show, I have to like recondition my voice because I'm a bass, and musicals don't like that at all. But I feel like with that soundtrack, like I can sing it and not have to like work on my upper range or just like do crazy stuff. And I would really love that, because like that's the hardest part. Like when I get into a musical, it's like working my voice back up to like have the range that I need to have.
I never think about my range when I'm like, oh, I want to play that character. And it's like,
Yeah.
you know, somebody ridiculous, you know. Like,
And the parts I've thought about is usually way out of my range.
oh, for sure.
Because that's the big one I want to do. But Gabby.
Okay. So I have two. The Baker's Wife and Into the Woods would be a role that I would enjoy so much. I just love her. I love that character. Or Eliza in Hamilton. Probably since like 7th grade. Yeah.
The only thing with Hamilton is when it gets released, how many like high schools are gonna like try to rap?
Yeah.
Like,
oh
all
my
these-
God.
All these
Hamilton
like
Jr.
super white high
Man,
schoolers.
I'm going to those. Absolutely.
You know, whoever's playing Lafayette.
Oh.
You know, like that weird like triplet thing he does. Like, oh geez.
I would never do that in college or high school. But if I were to ever do it on Broadway, yeah, I'd love to do it on Broadway.
Okay, that makes sense.
All right. Question number 4.
3?
That was 3.
Okay, count. My
This is
bad.
4. Gabby,
Oh gosh.
you got any hidden talents?
Ooh.
Oh,
I heard about one.
I can do a pretty mean mouth trumpet.
Oh, right. I thought it was butt trumpet, but you know, I guess it's a mouth trumpet.
Wait, butt trumpet? Oh, okay.
But
yeah.
let's hear the mouth trumpet.
Oh gosh.
Pick a good-
Oh.
you should.
Herb
Was-
Alpert has nothing on you.
Yeah,
Oh
nothing.
my God.
Nobody
Gabrielle.
knows who
I-
Herb Alpert is.
I feel like
I'm
you
so
should
impressed.
Join Camden's band and play at the thing with your.
Could I
Agreed.
please?
Hell yes.
Camden, yes.
They've been in a band together
Have you
before.
heard Rachel and I do mouth trumpet at the end of Macklemore?
No.
I
That's our
heard you
karaoke
do
song.
butt trumpet.
What? I've never heard that before. I think I need that in my life right now.
What did you say about butt trumpet?
I've heard you play that.
I don't
before.
think you have.
I
I'm not good. I'm not good at the butt trumpet.
don't think I have. So
I don't think you have either. Anyway, we can cut that part right out.
Probably.
Anyway,
Add it to the list of John's issues.
Oh,
No, but that's Rachel's go-to karaoke.
oh, that's so great.
We do mouth trumpet at the end of Macklemore.
na 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 na.
Hey.
All right. That's
Just
good.
like that. Beautiful.
Okay.
What's your hidden talent, Maren?
Camden,
No, Camden. Sorry.
what's your hidden
Yes.
talent?
My hidden talent. I can't play trumpet with any part of my body. I'm sad to say.
Nothing unfortunate.
I'm not gonna lie. Nothing's coming to me.
There's nothing hidden.
It's all out
just
there.
all out there.
It is all out
you,
there.
you show it.
He's the best artist ever.
I
He is really good at drawing.
I draw and write poetry, that kind of thing.
All right. You drew a mean Doug Panch.
I did. Yeah.
That's true.
Oh my
yeah.
God.
That was a hidden talent.
Yes. And then,
Yeah.
after
And then it was
that-
revealed.
And then after that, because I drew that mean Panch, I got commissioned to make a caricature of
Oh my
a guy who was doing a podcast about, I don't know. I had to draw like a bullet shell in there. So I'm guessing hunting.
Okay.
I don't
Oh,
know, but
wow.
he was making a podcast and he needed a caricature. And then he was like, yeah, I heard that he does a mean caricature. And I was like, okay.
Nice.
Yeah. And so the opportunities.
Astounding.
Okay, Maren. What's your hidden talent?
I don't think I also have any hidden talents, but I can I mean, I talk in a British accent a lot. And I'm
Whoa.
not gonna lie, it's really not that crazy, but it's just something I like to do for fun. I really do, and I do sound like Adele, don't I? Yeah,
You really do.
I really do. And this is why I was in spam a lot.
Hello.
I don't remember you talking in spam a lot.
I didn't. I used my hands.
I was,
Oh,
a
that's
big
right,
fan
yeah.
of the way that you
She
wore a
used her
sock
hands
and-
in
My
British.
hands. Yeah, you just had to imagine what I was saying behind there.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that's a
Hands had really
talent.
bad
It's a hobby, honestly. It's not. I'm not really talented with it, but it's fun.
You got a bit of a talent there.
Yeah,
Thank
I like
you.
that. I
My
like
cut. Thank you. It was fun.
So that was question number 4. One
Love-
more to go. And we go with the last one. It's a little bit serious.
Oh, no.
You know, we've been having a lot of fun, but we're getting a little serious here.
Gosh, okay.
So,
Oh my God.
Camden, how do you build community?
Oh,
How do you build community? I would say for me, it's like all of the. I think like a lot of people when they like have this idea of like building like a family and like bringing people together, it's like all of the. They just like want to like foresee them like good experiences, so like they enjoy that. But like, I think like whenever like you get closest to someone, it's because like you shared like really hard times, like you've like gone through life with them. And I mean, like I know like during a play, it's not always like that because it's work sometimes. And when you have like rehearsal 2 or 3 times a week for like months, then you see people like when they're like doing great, and then you also see people like when they're like working through stuff and going to rehearsal like isn't what they want to do. But no, I think you just like get to know everyone, and like having that is like really comfortable and safe. And like I wouldn't like feel that like trusting of people that like I've only had good experiences around, but like when you've like gone through highs and lows, then it's like these people are my people, and
Nice.
I would share like all of how I live with them.
I like that.
Mhm.
Nice.
That was
Gabby.
good.
very well said.
Oh gosh. I agree with Camden. I think building community is just like finding people who are passionate about the same things you're passionate about, people who love you, people who love kind of everything about life. And once you get that group of people, it's really easy to just like become really familiar and really, it's like family. Like once you get those people who are passionate about what you're passionate about, it clicks and you're like a little family. That's great. And like you get to know them, you get to know their highs and their lows, and it's just really awesome. You just have to like find those people.
Yep.
Find them, yeah. But once you do, it's like, oh my gosh, this is my second family. This is like awesome.
Nice. Nice. Maren.
Oh wow, those were really good. And now I feel like I have to top that, but I don't think I can. Community is love. I feel like that's pretty self-explanatory. You know, you go through things with people and you find your people, and maybe you don't find your people, but at least they were there, you know? And that's okay too. And I think community can change. I think community can grow. Community is not just one thing. I think there's a lot of things that go into community,
Mhm.
and support, love, patience, and letting people expand themselves. You know what I mean? You don't want to keep people in a box, and that's not what community is about. Community is about growth and expanding how you feel, and expanding your art, and expanding things that you're passionate about. And it's so hard to ask what that question is. Like, what is community? Because there's so many things that community is. This is community.
Yeah.
This is us. This is us being humans and supporting each other and talking to each other. There's so many things that are community.
Right.
Wait, if I may add one more thing, I just think like you are in a lot of groups in your life that like you can like spend like a lot of time with them but not really click. And one thing from like a like theater perspective is that like when you're with someone for like a couple months, which is a brief period of time, like in some people's lives, you can see them like tackle a character or tackle a skill like your lisp or like how to like deliver someone's character. And like I know that like I have a lot of friends and people that I see a lot that they like I see them just as stagnant humans. But when you like get to see someone like grow and like how they evolve and how they can change, it's very powerful, because like to see someone like start at a point like where they aren't comfortable and like where they're not good at something, and then going to a point where they can just like dazzle an audience, and then like you're like you feel like pride for them and proud of yourself because you've grown, and it just like the accomplishments and like where you were before, now that you're here and you're like better than that, it's like something to really like, I don't know, it keeps you smiling when you're alone. It's like, wow, we really like in this short period of time that like I didn't think like anything could come of, like we tackled like a whole show and we delivered it to hundreds of people that loved it, and like I wouldn't like change the way that we did it.
Yeah, nice.
That's great.
Awesome.
Fantastic. Well, cool.
What do you think, guys? I mean,
I think it was great.
It was a little crazy.
I think we need to make another episode about spelling bee Hunger Games, but that's for another time.
But we didn't talk about the spelling bee Hunger
It's okay.
Games.
Just invite us back.
Invite us
John
back.
doesn't know what we're talking about.
Oh my gosh.
John,
exactly.
while
This
you
is
were
why we
out,
need to
came
have
up
an
with
episode.
a new show.
Well, I guess we'll have to wait till next time.
Oh, gosh.
Next time.
Cliffhanger. Yeah.
Cliffhanger.
The cliffhanger is stay tuned for the 25th annual Putnam County
Hunger
Games. Oof.
Rachel would win.
We talked about this.
Yeah.
We'll save it for the next episode.
Yeah.
What? There's a lot. There's a lot into this.
Stay tuned.
There's a lot.
Oh, great.
Well, guys, thanks for coming out.
Thank you.
Thank you
Thank you
guys.
so
This
much
was
for
so
having us.
special.
Yeah, this is a lot of fun.
Yeah, I had a good time. How about you, John?
You guys did wonderful. Thank you for coming on.
John didn't
Thank
have
you
a good
for-
time, but
Thank you for
guys did
risking your
wonderful.
life to
Thank
get
you
her
for-
San
Thank you for
Pellegrino.
going to war for me for this San Pellegrino.
The Bellissimo.
And it was so good. And I love you for that.
Well, no, seriously though, the three of you are appreciated, and thank you for coming on.
Yes.
So,
Thanks, guys.
100%.
Thank you.
Yeah. So this has been the Backstairs podcast. I'm Maren.
I'm Scott,
and I'm John.
and this was the Backstairs
The
podcast.
Backstairs
The
Backstairs
Podcast.
With your host, San Panadino.
The Backstairs podcast.
The Backstairs Podcast.
The Backstairs podcast.
Oh, come on.
The Backstairs podcast.
The Backstairs Podcast.
The Backstairs Podcast.
This has been the Backstairs Podcast. You can stream the audio or video format of this episode anywhere that you listen to your podcasts. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at The Backstairs Podcast. Send us an email at thebackstairspodcast@gmail.com. Redacted!